Hey guys, it's Richard from Grafting Dragon Fruits. Today I'm going to be doing a taste test on two new varieties. These varieties of dragon fruit here were sent to me all the way from Puerto Rico. And I have a friend named Elliot Ramos who has another friend named Roberto, which was kind enough to send me these two new creations that he created. So he even sent me a nice little letter explaining what these type of fruits are, who the parents are, what I should be expecting, color, flower, and everything. So the cool thing about it is one of them is named Sakura. And what sakura means in Japanese is it's a cherry blossom flower that's pink and the pulp is red. So that's why he named it Sakura, because the flower is pink and the pulp is red. The other one is Katayi. The Katayi is another cross that he created. There are 6 of them. This is Katayi 2. So Roberto did some cross hybridizing with Zebra and Connie Meyer, and he did vice versa of those two, and these were the fruits that came out of them. So this is gonna be my first time ever tasting them. It's a new creation from Puerto Rico. So thank you very much, Elliot Ramos, and thank you very much, Roberto, for sending these to me. They even left a nice little cutting on here so that way I can see what they look like. And even if I wanted to graft them, I can, but they're nice enough to offer me cuttings if I liked it. So with further to say, let's go ahead and dig into fruit and see what it's all about. I'm so excited to have a taste and see the insides of it. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and get the Brix Score, as always, just to see how sweet it is so I know what to expect. And then we're gonna dig all into the flavor profile and everything about that, okay? So Sakura is the one that I'm super curious about. I love the name, and I just love how the fruit at the base is kind of like yellow orange. When they sent it to me, it wasn't this, the Brax wasn't like this, but I was so busy with my new baby. Of course, I haven't got time to do it, but this is what it looks like. He even wrote the parents on here for me. This is the cutting that it came out of, but here is Sakura. So Sakura is red flower, pink flower of dragon fruit, and it has red pulp. So let's go ahead and get a Brix Score and of course see the insides. Let's go ahead and cut it in. So I just want to cut this off first just so I can save this for later. If I wanted to graft or do something with this, I can. So we're going to keep that on the side. All right, let's dig into the fruits. You guys ready? So the one I'm cutting up now is called Sakura. New variety created from Roberto from Puerto Rico. So let's go ahead and see. Wow, look at how deep and red that flesh color is. And it's so juicy that the juices are starting to drip onto my cutting board. But just look at that. It is beautiful. Already eye appearing. It looks super good already. To me, it looks like berries. And I love how the flesh is so red, you know, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, use my garlic press like I always do to collect the juices, and then we're gonna get a Brix Score to see what it is. And then we're gonna dig into the flavor. So there were some things that Roberto mentioned to me in the letter. He said that he probably harvested them a little early, but he really wanted me to try them, so he just cut them and sent them to me. I really appreciate that, but let's see how it tastes. A little underripe. I can only imagine what its full potential would be if we let it ripe longer. Okay, I think I got enough juices there. Let's go ahead and get the Brix Score. And 15.0. 15.0. So that's right in the range of sweet. Anything I would say 14 and below, it's kind of like neutral. There's sugar in there, but 15 and above, it's always really nice sugar content. But you never know, because once you bite into it, all of these other factors can actually complement the fruit and make it taste a lot better. So that's why we got to do a taste test to make sure that it's just not only sweet, but also has complexity in the flavors, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. And here we go. So this is Sakura. New creation from Puerto Rico. Mother is Zebra and Connie Meyer. So let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Here we go, guys. Cheers. Wow. I like it a lot. The texture is really firm, like a lot firmer than dragon fruit normally would be. Mainly because I think it's a little early, but even though it's a little early, it's still really sweet and has nice flavor in it. If I were to explain it, it kind of has like a floral but cherry flavor to it. it's what's, you know, kind of making me remind myself of. Let me take another bite. Wow. This is my first time ever tasting little notes of cherry in a dragon fruit. It reminds me a lot of like floral cherry, which is really nice. It's really refreshing, very fragrant, but when you bite into that, there's just this cherry flavor to it. So very unique. What I think about it, it's good. Definitely a keeper in the garden. And wow, this is a new terp that I haven't tasted from dragon fruit yet. I've always been used to like the apple, berry, kind of like the pineapple flavor, but this is my first time getting a very distinct cherry flavor from a dragon fruit. So that's really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take some more. Wow. If you want to take a big bite of cherry flavor from a dragon fruit, Sakura might be that next cherry flavor to be introduced to the dragon fruit world. So very, very good. Sweetness is really good, even though it was at 15%. The complexity of the flavor, it blends well with it. The only thing is I don't taste a lot of tart in it. It was more sweet and more cherry, like sweet cherry. So that's Sakura. Really good. I like it. So thank you, Roberto. Let's go ahead now and try the Katayi. So that way we can see what's the difference. Let me go ahead and clean my Brix refractometer. So that way we can do a test score on the next one. All right. So far, so good. I can only imagine if you let this ripe a little bit longer on the vine, it would be so sweet and so good. And this is at its early stage, and wow, I'm amazed. Usually when a dragon fruit tastes bad, I would just not even swallow it and not even finish it. So that one, I'm gonna go ahead and dice it up and then finish that later. That's really refreshing. Okay, so we're gonna be moving on now to the Katayi. This is Katayi 2. Roberto made 6 of these, or grew 6 of these variations of Katayi from seedlings, and he sent me the 2. I'm guessing that he might have liked this one the best, so he wanted to show me the Katayi 2. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this to save for later. If I wanna graft it, I can. Be a nice cleft graft or even like an L graft. So thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Let's get a look at what the Katayi looks like. Wow, look at this color, you guys. So different from the Sakura. This one is like a very vibrant pink color, very appealing to the eye. And oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Let's go ahead and get a Brix Score on this and see what it is. So far, the color on this is very, it pops out to you. It makes you very hungry already. It's kind of cool. Okay, I'm just gonna clean this so then no juice gets contaminated so we get an accurate Brix Score. You want none of those mixing up with each other. Okay. As always, I get the center. So appearance-wise so far, I'm really liking the Katayi. The flesh color looks insane. But let's see how the flavors and the sugar turns out. Okay, that's enough. Here we go. Let's see. 19.3. Oh my God. Let's just do that again just to be sure. 19.3. 19.3 is very high up there in the Brix Score meter. That's 4 more percentage higher than the Sakura. So already the Brix refractometer tells me that this is gonna be a really nice sweet fruit. And he said he harvests this early as well. So this might be really, really good once he lets it fully ripe. But enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and dig into the fruit and see what the flavor profile is about, okay? So here we have the Katayi 2. Beautiful fruit, beautiful flesh. The sugar Brix was just amazing. Now let's go ahead and eat the fruit to see what it's all about, right guys? Okay, so this is the slice I'm gonna be eating. Look at that color. Oh my God, it's like a really nice pink, very like vibrant. So let's go. Cheers, guys. This is Katayi 2. Oh my gosh. This one is amazing. There's, oh my god, I gotta collect myself a little bit right now. This is just so good. The sugar definitely there, but it's not an overpowering sweetness. It's really nice. It's like it goes on your tongue. You get a little bit of tartness, but that sugar is like it's more prominent than the sour tart in there. There is some tart in there. Again, another bite. This one reminds me of berries and melons, like a sweet berry, but melon neutral tones in there. The flesh is firm, which is really cool. I like that. There's the texture is just so fun to bite into. It doesn't like have this mushy, or you know, dragon fruit is usually a little bit more soft on the inside, but the firm texture in this is amazing. Wow, I think the Katayi 2 might be the winner here. It looks good, tastes good, and the sugar content was 2 thumbs up. If I could put 2 thumbs up right now. Yeah, it has this berry grape melon flavor to it that is just absolutely out of this world. These 2 flavors I haven't had in another dragon fruit yet, so it's new to me and it's just blowing my mind right now. Really good. If I were to have to choose which one's my favorite, Katayi 2. Wow. That is an amazing flavor. It just has so much more to it. The bite when you go into it, it's so clean. You get a good sweetness with a little bit of tartness, and then you gotta start tasting all those fun flavors like berry, melon, grape. It's really good. Like I had to come back and finish this because this is so good. Everything in this variety here, Katayi 2, it's so balanced. Everything, sugar, the tartness, the texture, the flavor. It is a keeper for sure. This one is super good. Holy cow. Good job, Roberto. This one I really like. No question about it. That one is so good. There's no denying that one. As you guys can see, I finished the whole slice. And I still have the Sakura to finish later. So to sum it all up, Sakura, good fruit. I feel like if you were to let it ripe on the vine a little longer, it's gonna taste amazing. I feel like the Brix on that can definitely go up because when I bit into it, there's flavor, there's complexity. Usually when you got a new variety, the first year fruit never tastes that good. So it's already showing its potential at this stage. You know that it's gonna have more potential as it starts to mature into a mature plant. And like I said, if you let this ripe more, it's gonna taste so good, like a ripe, sweet cherry with floral essence in it. And this one is just mind-blowing. It has like that tropical flavor, some tartness, the sweetness, the eye-appealing look to it. So it's very cool. Wow. Again, thank you, Roberto, and thank you, Elliot, for sending me these. It was so cool of you guys to let me taste these new varieties. I always love trying new dragon fruit, so that way I can show everybody, introduce them to the world, so that way in the future, if they want to try it and grow it themselves, they can. So there you guys. There you go. Those are the 2 new varieties that are in the dragon fruit world right now. We have Sakura and Katayi 2. So I'm very glad that I got to be able to eat it and tell you guys what it's all about. So if you guys enjoyed this video and liked it, please hit the like button. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave it in the comments below and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And if you guys want to see more grafting and dragon fruit videos of mine, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right down there. So that way you guys won't miss a single thing. All right, have a good day now. Bye guys.